never leave home nowadays. So who's Rachel? Rachel, where are you? Is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Give it up for Rachel. You married? Are you? Yeah? Okay, well, you pay attention tonight, because actually, I'm married, so live right down the road in Topsail Island for a couple of years, so this is kind of a homecoming, and it's a bit of a warm-up for my post-retirement supplemental income sucker tour. And also, I'm about to share a very personal milestone with a ring full of strangers. 50 years married this summer. 5 different women, but they were all consecutive. The years just kept piling up. And my current wife, Stephanie, was kind enough to tag along and mark the milestone. Actually, no, that's not true. Same woman, all 50 years plus. You know, people are fascinated by this whole 50-year thing. I don't know whether it's the longevity or what, but last week at a show in Milwaukee, a guy comes up to me after the show and says, "Doc, what's it like being with the same woman, married to the same woman for 50 years? I mean, these existential questions. How do you answer a question like that?" You know, I don't know, but he was very earnest. He needed an answer. I wanted to give him an answer. I said, "Well, man, I don't know. You ever been under house arrest for life without the possibility of parole?" Then he says to me, "No, what I really mean is, what's it like being with the same woman for 50 years?" So it's not an existential question at all. It was a dirty little question. I said, "Well, dude, you know, imagine leaving a piece of cheese on the kitchen table for 50 years. Smell's gonna get a little funky, and eating it is decidedly an acquired taste. Now, that little bit cost me my ride home. So anybody out there sees me on the corner with my buns cap on after the show and you're headed south, please give the guy a break. You wouldn't need it. No, but seriously, people are always asking me, and 50 years, you gotta know the secret. What is it? You know, you have to know something about this. Is it do you marry your best friend? Is it great sex? You communicate all the time. I mean, give me some advice, give me tips. Well, I got one of each. My advice is quit watching Dr. fucking Phil. And the tip is really a realization. This is the tip, because I know the answer. If you want a long, successful relationship, somebody has to be gone all the time. It's travel. You have to travel. She's got to travel, you got to travel. If you want to stay together for the long haul, you have to figure out a way to be apart. It's that simple. So, I know somebody's out there going, yeah, that's easy for you because you travel for a living. What about the rest of us schmucks? We got to go home every day at 5 o'clock. Well, what do you think man caves and she sheds are all about? You know, you gotta find them. You gotta find your space. If you don't have a room, find a closet, you can call it that. If your wife won't let you empty it, you know, you got a front porch, you know those spaces under the porch? You can do some amazing things with those, trust me. And if you don't have a porch, get a shovel and dig yourself a fucking cave. Because, seriously, you're gonna need it. Because if you don't find your space, you're going to be the subject of a Dateline special. Man, I go to bed every night thinking about this. I can hear Josh Mikowitz in my ear going, "Wife of Dr. Don disappeared last night after neighbors reported hearing a heated argument over bed sheet thread counts." Stay tuned after these messages for Disappearance Between the Sheets, a Dateline mystery exclusive. The thing that you get after 50 years is perspective and a lot of observational data. I've observed, for example, that women have opinions about things, sometimes strong opinions. Actually, they have opinions about a lot of things, pretty much everything. And they're not at all reticent about making sure you understand, and that's perfectly fine. I get it, ladies, you know, because men can sometimes be self-absorbed, inattentive assholes. I get that. But you would think there'd be some basic humanitarian guidelines, some rules of engagement, some lines that you just don't cross. I thought that my line in the sand, my red line, the line that you never ever cross, was the threshold to the bathroom. I mean, not in my house apparently, because whenever my wife wants to get a hold of me, she knows where to go. Now I don't know about you, but all I want to do in the morning is manage to get up, crawl into, I mean, most of you stand up and walk into the kitchen for a cup of coffee. And mine ain't to roll out of bed and have to crawl on all fours. I get a cup of coffee, I can now stand up and at least try to get to the bathroom on time, sit down and enjoy paging through the latest issue of Travel and Leisure magazine. No sooner do I sit down when this shadow passes over me. All the light and hope gets sucked right out of the bathroom. There's Stephanie standing in the doorway, all 4 feet 11. Now she's flanked by my 2 rescue cockatoos. So these, and by the way, they're over the threshold, all 3 of them. The door is locked. So these 2 little furry fuckers are staring at me like I've never seen anybody take a shit before. And clearly Stephanie's looking like something is wrong. Now it's 6 a.m. and we've got a full family summit and 25 square feet of porcelain fixtures and hard edges. Where am I going to go? The entrance is blocked. I'm sitting on the toilet, my junk's hanging between my legs, my pants are at my ankles. Escape is futile. And I can tell you, because I know Stephanie, resistance is just not unworthy. So, this is single-ply toilet paper. I like single-ply toilet paper. I don't like double-ply, I don't like triple-ply, I don't like super absorbent, I don't like super thick. I don't like quilted Northern, Southern, or any other regional-based certificate of deposit. I like single-ply toilet paper. I like punching it up like this. This is how I do it. So, I'm sitting there on my throne, which a long time ago disappeared as my personal space, my sanctum sanctorum, my happy moment. I'm trying to think the thoughts of the deep and content. And here's Stephanie staring at me, so I look up and we say, but she says, I'll eat the toilet paper, you're using too much of it. I said, well, Stephanie, you don't know what my immediate need is right now. And it's single-ply toilet paper, and it's all bunched up. She said, it's too much. Give me, I'll show you. And she snatches it, you know those talons that women have? Like snake stripes, boom, when she gets the toilet paper, takes it, like this, rips it in half, rolls one part of it back onto the roll, which I'm demonstrating now, but I don't have the time and it's painful to watch, but takes what's left, folds it neatly like this, and hands it to me, with one of those smug little smiles, those gotcha smiles. Here, she says. So I take this toilet paper and I look at it, and thinking that, you know what, Stephanie? If this is so important to you, why don't you take it and finish the job? That way, it's a win-win for me. I get my ass wiped, and you can wipe that fucking smile right off your face. Stephanie, I don't know where you are out there. You know I love you. Happy anniversary. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is my golden anniversary cautionary tale. Thank you very much.